quite a solitary pastime, pinball, surely. It's quite a solitary pastime, pinball, surely.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think this is a common misconception you've got here. Like, you know, it may not be a team game. Maybe you play it sort of in a very specific way on your own. But when I'm playing, it's not like I'm sort of alone, you know, like in a field, just me, no one for miles playing. I'm playing in a social atmosphere where there are real people around, you know, with people who play pinball. You know, they don't just play that, they sit around drinking or they, you know, have chats and stuff like that. And my friends are always with me when I'm playing. Like, you know, maybe if they're not always there at the exact time. You know, there's a social atmosphere going, definitely. And then another thing that people don't understand is that there's also sort of this huge sense of community. Because when I play, and you know, when I get maybe a replay after I've been playing, which I usually do, then, you know, I leave that replay for other people. And there's a real sense, a sort of a bond that develops between players. And that sort of thing builds bridges. You know, it creates friendships and they last.
What do your parents think of you pinballing?
My parents? Well, they're my parents. I suppose they're behind me all the way. They, you know, support me in everything that I do. I mean, they're like any normal parents, as I say, but they haven't necessarily come to any of the tournaments. I don't think they've seen me play that much, but I think they support me definitely. I mean, maybe pinball wasn't what they thought that I'd play, but I think they've accepted it now. I mean, earlier my dad used to think that I was going to take over the family business because I'm the eldest son. I think they've accepted now that that's not going to happen.
And what do you think the general public think of the hobby?
Well, of the sport? You mean the sport of pinball? Well, I think it's played all across the country, so they've got a good understanding of it. It's played in bars, it's played in clubs, it's played everywhere, and everyone comes together over the table, young and old play it. I mean, it's sort of united. Have you ever seen the film Chariots of Fire? It's a bit like that. And I suppose that the general public have a respect for sort of homegrown sportsmen. You know, people like Matthew Pinston, Steve Redgrave. I mean, I don't want to sort of make comparisons, but I think there's a general nationwide respect for people who've got, you know, a talent at something, a really special talent, and do things with pride and with a real sense of, you know, purpose.
Battle for the Kingdom, guys. Battle for the Kingdom. 160 goddamn million. Battle for the Kingdom.
What's it like playing pinball?
That's a really difficult question. I mean, to some extent, I suppose it's subjective, but I think you really need to play it a lot to understand totally. I mean, do you play pinball?
No.
Right, okay. So when you hit the flippers, and like actually especially a multi-ball, it's just this real excitement. You know, you're tapping away. You just feel passion. You feel as if that's maybe like what your body was made for. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what it is. I suppose you could say it was like an instinct, sort of almost animalistic. Yeah, like some sort of feral urge. It's like sex, man. It's got to be like sex. I mean, all the flashing lights, the multiples, the high scores. It's got to be.
Je
playing pinball all your life, do you think you've missed out on anything along the way?
I think missing out's the wrong word. I mean, it's a leisure activity. Sure, maybe I haven't gone to as many parties or haven't been out as much as I would have done normally, but ultimately I get a lot of fun out of it. And, you know, it's not like it's my entire life anyway. I do other stuff.
What do you think of girls?
You know what girls are like, don't you?
You ever had a girlfriend?
Of course I've known girls.
What do you think that pinball's given to your life?
A score of 367,433,334? No, okay, but seriously, it's given me so much. I mean, I've been talking, you know, about this to you. It's given me lots of different things, but I suppose if you want me to give sort of a unifying principle, yeah, it's given me a focus in life. It's given me something that I'm really good at. You know, it's given me a sense of dignity. I don't want to philosophise. If you'll let me get a little bit metaphysical on you for a moment, you know, we live in a really uncertain, sort of shitty world where people walk around and not really knowing where they're going in life, and not having a true sense of their existence and a true sense of fulfillment, sort of lapsing into mediocrity constantly. Pinball gives me a focus. It gives me something that's pure and good in this terrible world to hang